He was saying that he was not a good swimmer and that he thought he was going to drown and that he was going to die.
He was coughing, he was gagging. As you could tell, dispatch was getting excited, asking for our ETA. The call came in as a fisherman who fell off of the rocks at Hokulia. He was trying to retrieve his lure that was stuck on the boulders and ended up in the water.
And it was his favorite lure. He comes down here to fish all the time, and he was trying to get it off. While he was down on the rocks trying to get the lure off, he got swept out into the ocean.
And Chopper One was unable to fly due to weather restrictions.
We got the towing out at Station 14. We flew over to Station 7 to pick up FRS Soares.
As we responded to this incident, we were getting new information from dispatch. They were still in contact with the victim who was in the water. I would say for dispatch is a very, very challenging thing to do because they're just, trying to do what they can from their end. I'm very proud of our dispatch for being able to do that.
Once we got on scene, we found the patient in the water. It was hard to tell whether or not the patient was dead or alive.
He's floating face up. Couldn't really tell at first if he was alive or if he was deceased. Chopper pilot came down, hovered over him, and we could see that he was alive. So he was wearing long pants. His pants actually were full of air, and they were keeping his legs afloat, and he was floating on his back. The surf was pretty big. There was no egress. There was no way that he could have got back up on the rocks. I told the pilot I was going to hop in the water. I hopped in the water, and I swam up to him. Yeah, he was actually still holding the lure that he did. He was able to retrieve it. And he was saying, I almost died for this thing. I feel like just leaving it here. So we kind of laughed about it. I did tell him I had the same lure. It's a good lure. He should probably keep it. He decided that he didn't want to remember this moment, and he just let it go.
I then ended up flying over to empty house lot to set up the Billy Pugh in a line, and then I flew back over to extricate Tay and the patient.
Clay Gregory was a pilot that day. Did an incredible job. He came over us, dropped the net right on us. I helped the individual into the Billy Pugh, and we basically extricated him back to land.
The other thing too, this is old Chopper 2. This particular call happened in 2022 before we even received the donation of the new helicopter.
Having the new H-125 helicopter, we have a safer platform to be able to accomplish these missions with.
Thanks to the Daniel Sayre Foundation, we now have updated equipment. We have a brand new helicopter, and we have a safer working environment for the rescue personnel.